So this morning I'm walking into the ancient Shropshire market town of Wenlock. I didn't actually intend to be in Shropshire, but it was raining really heavily when I was going north on the M6, and by the time the rain stopped and I could see the road signs on the gantries, I was on the M54 going west towards Wales. Not a bad thing. I should have parked my van here in retrospect, but hindsight is 20/20. Good start, Wenlock. I feel a harpsichord coming on. Oh yes, building nicely into a quaint medieval town centre. Scio qui credidi is a heraldic motto that means I know who I believe in. I know Patricia Des Angeles likes these kind of shops. What a beautiful old market. There's the thumbnail right there. Goodness, is it the afternoon already? The only way you can get any deal out of shopping these days is to buy reduced food. There is food inflation. Get some tins now. So I've been noticing recently that a lot of people like to send me links to random videos and resources on the internet. If you don't give me a proper description of what it is, I won't look at it. And if you want to tell lots of people to look at something or be interested in something, why not have a channel where you can record what it is you're interested in and then find a community of other people interested in it, yeah? Yeah, social media, try it. Wow. 1682. Amazing how it hasn't caught fire in all that time. The last time I was up here it was 29 years ago when I was trying on a suit to be the best man at my best friend from school's wedding. Well, that is interesting. How short the doors are here. Wow. Well, that was much Wenlock. Oh geez, that's pretty bad. These telecom companies certainly enjoy their ugly premises for some reason. Just gonna storm into another public toilets with apparently unrehearsed gay abandon. I thought I'd seen it all in much Wenlock. Just never ends. By any other name, would it smell as sweet? Much Wenlock is, by the back of your hand, beautiful. a Chilean pine, and a Californian redwood. Well, I am sufficiently relaxed after all of the recent ups and downs drama, and we're back. The remains of another abbey destroyed by religious wars.
But what would I say about socks and sandals? Of course, it's very British.
As a fashion statement, socks with sandals says I'm either a German, a paedophile, or a cunt. Quite possibly all three. Apologies to any paedophiles or cunts we have in. It's not going to be any Germans at a comedy gig.
Oh, hi there. Sorry I can't tell you anything about the sandals, but one day I might be able to.
Well, my question was what happens when you're travelling the country in your socks and sandals, and as it is Britain, it rains. Waterproof sandals,
Well, you see,
socks.
stiff upper lip, stoic, worst things happen at sea, grin and bear it, don't grumble. That's how I cope with it.
Fantastic.
But in the winter, I will spoil myself with builder's boots.
Good job.
Hello. So I'm here to tell you about an amazing piece of research which began so many years ago now, but I had no sign of a natural healing ability, not at all, not a scrap. But I decided I must be a spiritual healer. So I trained with the National Federation of Spiritual Healers, now known as the Healing Trust. And when I qualified, that's a non-religious UK charity that trains to professional standards. And when I qualified, I thought to open a voluntary healing centre. There are lots of them dotted around the country. But I got a lottery grant to fund it. And it still operates now. Well, it would do if COVID weren't about. But as a result of that, I came to know of a top consultant at an NHS hospital. And so I wrote to him and asked if he would like to have voluntary healing in his clinic at the hospital.
Controversial.
Yes. And so I then became a volunteer at the hospital. And within a couple of weeks of me starting, I conducted an audit of the responses of these people who are chronically ill, and that the results that were coming through were amazing, considering that these are highly sceptical people that healing could possibly help them. I think that myself. How can moving your hands around somebody help them in any way? But the results were astonishing enough for this consultant that a couple of months after me starting at this, doing this voluntary work there, the National Lottery announced funding for projects that help people and that people want to have. So my audit answered those two questions straight off, and we got the money, £205,000. The consultant got the University of Birmingham to do the research, world-class research, and 200 people were involved in this trial with illnesses that have no medical cure, and the results were so excellent that I've written a book about it to let as many people know as possible about it, and I've presented those results at the Houses of Parliament. And so I hope that more and more people will get to know that healing is a natural, normal thing. Anyone can do it. Everyone benefits. So I'm glad you've listened. Thank you for tuning in. And I do hope that you will take a look even at my book about the research.
Name of book?
now it's about to be released.
Re-released.
Well, it's the second edition now. It's the second edition is Spiritual Healing in Hospitals and Clinics. Scientific evidence that spiritual healing improves health. And I can't remember what the publishers named it now, but you'll get it just from me, Sandy Edwards, and Spiritual Healing in Hospitals and Clinics.
So, as I'm settling into this zen amid the beautiful surroundings of much Wenlock, it's like all the problems that became the narrative and the main focus of my life till only yesterday and now just like the distant memories of a TV show I watched as a child. Honeysuckle. I am, in fact, entirely present and still in the continuous now.
English heritage.
I am, furthermore, lost. Tragic. I wasn't in your driveway.
The lady just told me she was sat in a car right opposite you. You were in the driveway.
I was in a driveway taking pictures.
Taking pictures of the inside of the garage.
Taking pictures of the inside of the garage.
Yeah, you were.
No, I was taking pictures of flowers.
You got flowers in our garden.
Well, I wasn't taking pictures of your garden then, was I?
You were in on our premises.
Right, you're on film now. What have you got to say to me?
No,
You're on film now. What have you got to say to me?
I want you to tell me what you were doing on my premises.
I wasn't on your premises.
That's what you said.
Well, you need a better witness,
Well.
pal.